I used to be a reckless student until I fell for that quiet librarian. You'd think getting banned from the campus bar twice in one semester would be my rock bottom. Turns out, rock bottom wears tortoiseshell glasses and alphabetizes poetry by emotional impact. I met him the same week I was almost expelled. Again. It was a Wednesday. I remember because the air tasted like stale coffee and desperation. I had a literature paper due at midnight, and I hadn't read a single damn page. My roommate told me the library stayed open late now. Some new guy was working nights, weirdly obsessed with the Dewey Decimal System. I figured it was my last shot at not flunking out. So I showed up, hungover, hoodie inside out, and that's when I saw him. He stood behind the counter, like he'd been carved from every quiet Sunday I never had. Brown cardigan, sleeves pushed up, hair too neat to be accidental. He looked like a man who'd never broken a ruler had his heart broken by someone who did. His name was Elliot. I walked up with a stack of books I didn't plan to read. Need these scanned or blessed? I asked. He blinked, then looked me dead in the eyes and said, I can recommend something less performative. I swear to God, I fell a little in love right then. For weeks I kept showing up, pretending to study, scribbling nonsense in notebooks while watching him shelve books with the kind of grace ballet dancers kill for. He rarely spoke unless I asked about authors, and even then, it was like pulling poetry from stone. But I was persistent. I cracked jokes, left little notes in returned books. Once, I even rearranged a shelf just to see if he'd get mad. He didn't. He just sighed, fixed it, and left a post-it that read, Try Proust instead of pranks. The man was infuriatingly unshakable. Until the night I found him in the archives, sitting on the floor, hugging an old copy of Leaves of Grass like it could save him from drowning. He didn't hear me at first. I just watched. Then I said, softly, Is Whitman giving you a hard time? Elliot looked up, and for the first time, I saw something break through the calm. His eyes were red. He didn't wipe them. My dad used to read this to me, he said. He passed last week. I didn't tell anyone. Silence stretched between us like a tightrope. I sat beside him, knees brushing. I'm sorry, I said. It was all I could manage. He didn't answer, but he didn't move away either. After that, things shifted. He let me in, a little at a time. We talked between stacks, shared sandwiches in the break room. I discovered he loved jazz, hated cilantro, and once dreamt of being a marine biologist. He learned I'd been arrested twice, failed freshman English 3 times, and couldn't stop biting my nails when anxious. Still, he stayed. He challenged me. He'd slide books into my bag when I wasn't looking. Baldwin, Angelou, Ocean Vuongan, then grill me on them a week later. He called it mental exfoliation. I called it falling hard. I wanted to kiss him, desperately, but I also didn't want to ruin the fragile thing blooming between us. Then came the night I blew everything up. It was the end-of-term party. I got drunk, real drunk, said some things I shouldn't have to a TA who'd been flirting with me. Elliot walked in just in time to hear the TA laugh. You really are just a pretty mess, huh? He didn't say anything. He just turned and left. I ran after him. In the snow. No jacket. Just guilt and the thudding realization that I was about to lose him. He was halfway down the quad when I caught up. Elliot, wait. Why? He snapped. It was the first time I'd seen him truly angry. So you can pretend this never meant anything? That I was just some quiet phase in your chaotic little college experiment? His voice cracked. I shook my head. That's not what this is. You're not Yuri, not some footnote in my story. You are the story. He stared, then turned away. You don't get to say that. I watched him walk away again. This time I didn't follow. Winter passed. I didn't see him again. I tried. I went to the library, left notes, sat in the archives. But he was gone. I focused on classes. I passed everything for the first time in years. I started writing essays, short stories. I got sober. I got quiet. I became someone I didn't hate. Still, I missed him like breath. Graduation day, I was walking out of the ceremony, cap in hand, heart bruised but beating, when I saw him. standing by the old fountain wearing that same damn cardigan. I froze. He smiled just a little. Heard you made Dean's List. I exhaled, shaky. You came. I never really left, he said. I just needed to see if you'd stay. I crossed the distance between us in 4 long strides, reached for his hand. This time he didn't pull away. He leaned in, and our foreheads touched. I missed you, I whispered. I know, he said. Me too. And there, under the ivy-covered tower, in a sea of strangers and camera flashes, Elliot kissed me. Soft, sure, like we had all the time in the world. Now we live together. He teaches part-time. I write full-time. Our apartment smells like old books and coffee and love. Sometimes we fight over dishes or deadlines. But at night, we fall asleep tangled in each other. Like the ending to a poem that took too long to write. I used to be reckless. Now I'm just ridiculously, stubbornly, completely in love. With the quiet librarian who read me like a book and decided I was worth keeping. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.